Do you have protections with your money and investments in the stock market? We're going to show you how.
As a true fiduciary wealth advisor for years, so many people don't know how you can protect your money in an IRA, Roth IRA, or a non-qualified brokerage account with, say, the S&P 500. We'll give you real examples here. Now, we have the bulls representing, of course, the stock market. In the middle, we have our favorite sloth for harmony and peace. We also have on this side here, traditional brokerage account and the S&P 500 with no protections. We then have over here our S&P 500 with protections and guarantees. And then we're going to have our big jar of money over here representing the inflow. Now, what I'm going to tell you too, the tactic at the end of this that our team specializes in is one tactical component potentially in your overall financial plan. Now, what we're going to do is on here, we're going to show you how this works. This is going to be an example of a particular type of fixed indexed annuities. They are not all the same, but my team and I only use very particular ones with the S&P 500 in this manner. It's going to be a 5-year fixed indexed annuity versus a non-covered stock market fund on here. Now, what we're going to do is on here is year one, we're going to get our money on here. And in year one, we're going to go ahead and say jar number one has a cap of 9%. So you get a 9% growth rate on year one. There's our 9% growth rate here. We add that to our traditional brokerage account. We also add our 9% on the other side to our fixed indexed account that has that protections. Now, what happens is here, after year one is done, this is guaranteed locked in. That 9% is yours no matter what, end of 5 years. This is still unprotected. Now, let's go to year two on here. Year two comes around. We're going to go ahead and say the markets went up 15%. So we're going to go ahead and dump the first over here. Now we're going to give it a little more because it gets 15%. So here's the 15% that one gets. Now this one only has that cap of 9%. So you're just going to get 9% on this one here. So there is our 9%. Now again, that is locked in. We now have, after year two, a guaranteed 18%, no matter what happens, protected, as opposed to over here, 9-year one, plus our 15, we got 24% unprotected. Now, let's say year three comes along. Here's our year three bucket. A crash happens. Markets are down negative 20%. Well, you just get nothing that year in this bucket, but you kept all the gains. However, in your traditional brokerage account, IRA Roth, no protections, down 20%, you lose that 20%. 20% is gone. You have very little you're left with on here now. That was year three. Year four comes around. We have our markets now again. We go back up to, let's just say, for example, on here, I apologize, our 9%. So again, year four now, 9%. We lock that in, guaranteed protected. We now have a guaranteed 27% protected on here, as opposed to our unprotected account. We only have that one now, added at 9%, but we lost 20. Now what happens is on here, year five comes around, and in year five, let's say the markets are only up 5%. You get 5% this year, and you get 5% in this year. Now, at the end of this 5-year term, with a particular fixed indexed annuity, this is all yours, guaranteed protected for you to have in your IRA, Roth IRA brokerage. Whereas this account here, that had the no protections, with no fixed indexed annuity, very particular kinds again, or you didn't work with, you have very little left over because you lost that on there. So I ask you, do protections matter? What portion of your IRA, Roth IRA, or non-qualified account have guaranteed protections on them? Do you have guaranteed ways to lock in potential gains every 12 months? If you want to have more awareness on this and have more questions, feel free to comment below. Feel free to go to our website and schedule a call with us on here. It's so crucial for you to wear education. Do you think protections are important?
Absolutely.
All right, thank you so much. Have a blessed day.
Bye.